whoops, I just hit my spacebar and stopped my video, so that wasn't great. I guess I'll go back over what I just did. So I went in, I ungarrisoned my rear 2 marches because they're effectively useless. They will just fill your healing pools and cause your troops to die faster. Okay, so we are going to start by teleporting here. Zoom out, we're going to come to here, we're going to go to here. We're going to start by gathering. Okay. What the hell was that? How am I now gathering that? I didn't select the march. We now have all 4 marches going, and yeah. This might be slow. I'm going to continuously think that we're losing through this match. And it's because we're red, and we've only ever been red twice. This is the 2nd time. Now that all 4 marches are going, I can start alternating 2 on 2. So when one lands, I can send one out, if that makes sense. So on the return march, so it says that you can't have 2 marches going to the same, whatever this is, tertiary agave at the same time. I don't know if that's how you say it, but it says that you can't have 2 marches going to the same tertiary agave at the same time. But that's not entirely true. You kind of can. So once one lands, if you have another march, while that one is returning, you can send a new one to it. So basically, think of your marches as 2 groups. You're going to go for these 2 primaries and just keep alternating marches between them. That's going to be a very quick way of scoring points up until the cognacs appear. So now you see, this is the routine that I'm going to be getting into. So the prime strat that Vic seems to be occupying right now is to take center because it has the closest to the main 2 tertiary agaves, which give pretty good points. So basically what just happened was the other team has recognized that we are winning by twice their score, despite having relatively similar numbers, and they're like, you guys are just talking about a show right now while you're just destroying us in Alliance Expedition. So the reason that Vic does so well is everybody knows what their role is. You know, the PvP guys know that they can just PvP to their heart's content. The gathering guys know exactly how to get as many points as possible gathering, and everyone's really well informed. So we might have 33 to 40 players turn up for an Alliance expedition, but everyone knows their role. The competition internally is getting more difficult to get to a good rank in Alliance Expedition, but that's good because it means that we've put down, you know, really great scores. I mean, look, we're almost at 3 times what they have. Things usually get more exciting towards the second half of Alliance Expedition, because once we've got the big score down, we know that they can't close the gap. We tend to have more fun and PvP more, and we've never lost a Alliance Expedition, so obviously we're doing something right. See, this is what I like. I like seeing nice teams that, you know, they're not just talking trash the entire time. Like I like seeing good sportsmanship in Alliance expeditions, even when, you know, the other team is losing. Like, they're putting down a solid effort. Okay, and then we're going to get a march of carriers into this other one. It's going to take 1 minute 18 seconds with 4 minutes remaining, so if that gets there before that's locked down, that's great. If not, then it is what it is. We're also going to try and get a march of carriers over here. Maybe. Let me see. It's QP. Alright, so we're going to get a march of carriers over there, because she's going to take that. Without a doubt, she is going to take that. And then we have Adam over here. So we've got this locked down. It's always good to have more than one person inside the cognacs, because one person just no matter how strong they are, there's always going to be someone fairly comparable to them. And if there's not someone fairly comparable to them, an entire team can just bomb one player. Like, if it was just Ted, the whole enemy team could bomb Ted with attacks and just bring his troop numbers down to a point that he wouldn't be able to defend this. So having more than one player inside a cognac at any time is super important to holding it. I find if I try to clear out my notifications as often as possible, I tend not to lag as much towards the second half of the match. And I don't know why lagging towards the second half of the match is a thing, but it has always been a thing for me. And I'm at my 20,000 points. So realistically, if I wanted to, I could just stop playing right here, right now. Wouldn't make a difference. So he just hit Adam, is what just happened. No, he hit Ted, I think. Or maybe Adam, I'm not entirely sure. Adam is now hitting him, and he is hitting the floor. And he's gone. And Vic is still just talking about TV shows in chat. They've attacked me far less than I was expecting. It's a little bit disappointing, but it's good. They know what they're doing. You know, they know at this point they can't win. They've already lost the 2 cognacs. They probably can't catch up at this point. So what they're doing now is they've gone to gather to get their 20,000 points to get their 3 bioessences. Oh, I can't teleport yet. I want to play with Oscar. Hope someone else doesn't get to play with Oscar first. Still not. Man. Damn it! That poor guy. See, the participation numbers have leveled out. It's now 32 to 33. So we only have 1 more player than they do, but we're still winning by quite the margin. Now I could send marches off to these, but I plan on porting fairly soon, so not really much point. They're not going to be there for when it's occupied, so it doesn't make a difference. The other team is gathering again, by the looks of things. I think this was kind of an unfair matchup on their part. Like, this whole time we've been pretty close to 3-1 in terms of score. The matching shouldn't just be based on power, which is what it seems to be. It should be based on scores, like individual player scores, because let's take a look at the ranking real quick. I'm at almost 30k right now, and I'm ranked 26. But like, let's just take a look at the scores. Like the scores. How, Guts? How have you managed that? Guts joined like 10 minutes late, and he is back at MVP spot. That's insanity. So, what I wanted to say was, look at the individual points here. The majority of these are Vic, especially in the top, 7 or 8. But what I wanted to get at was the scores here individually are generally higher than the teams that we get placed against. And it's not really fair. Like, our individual scores generally tend to be higher. I had a feeling that was a trap. Huh, he's got a pretty good lineup. And now he has nothing. And now he's on Garrison. Great. That's great. Blue, red, blue, red, blue. So this is the only use for bloat in the Ants, is just doing this at the end of a match when, there's no chance of them catching up. It's just making sure that they get their 20,000 points so that they get their bioessence and they can continue to grow. They really want to eat through Pendragon. In the normal circumstances of the game, you'd be able to just heal basically infinitely. But we can just wear people down like this too. Like, yes, they're gaining points right now, but I don't think it realistically matters all that much. Ha! Mori just ported into the spot that it just knocked Ragnar out of, and that's hilarious. Oh, QP's after a cognac. where is QP? That's Ted. Must mean QP is down here. Yep. Okay, let's get stationed inside the Cognac. Again, same rules apply. You can get worn down and run out of troops very easily in Alliance Expedition because you have this, this slow healing thing where you can't just use speed ups or gems. So, having bloat is very useful for that. 20 minutes to go. I think we could actually all quit the Alliance Expedition right now and still win. Like that's a fairly respectable score for a team that's just gathering. 710,000. It's pretty respectable. Like they're not going to be able to take the cognacs from us, and they're not going to be able to take pretty much anything else from us. Did they do it? They did it. So yeah, carrier mains have a really strict advantage in Alliance Expedition because they have a lot of march speed, and with a lot of march speed means you can gather very quickly and you can keep running those two alternates. And when you are, gathering at, or when you're marching at twice the speed as everyone else, you're going to put down huge scores. I'm shooter main, so gathering isn't as efficient for me. This guy is a dickhead. There's always someone that bitches about pay to win, guys. Has nothing to do with pay to win. Honestly, it doesn't. Mori is one of the most effective players that I've ever seen, and he's completely free to play. He has focused his Evo in the right areas, and he can put down huge scores because of it. Obviously, there are some strict advantages to pay to win, but not everything. Like, you can be a really good player in this game and be free to play. In fact, there's a lot of free to play guys in Vic. 12 minutes left of the match. The Vikingest Viking. The Vikingest Viking. So that's why they ended up matched with Vic, and why they lost by over 3 times the score is because, so bloat is good for Alliance Expedition, but that much bloat is not good. Hey, popped me with 1 minute 40 left. Let's go back. Hi. I just need 1 march. Go. Okay. So, Omicron needs to learn that you only run first 2. Let's see Guts be MVP. There's my stats. Not bad. Not great. Is what it is. Thank you for watching. This has been Alliance Expedition. I'll see you next time.